And on the other side of the world, the Pacific War enters a new phase of ferocity.
The carnage was phenomenal.
From the American war machine is approaching full potential, engaging her enemies on 3 continents. In the Pacific, troop numbers grow by 457%. Its fleet trebles in size. With this vast force assembled, America's final drive towards Japan begins.
The American strategy is a dual-pronged approach, with Admiral Nimitz with the Navy Marines going through the Central Pacific, General MacArthur with most of the Army forces coming through the Southwest Pacific, both approaching Japan from different axes.
Admiral Nimitz's flotilla is the largest in history, the perfect weapon to destroy Japan's defensive strongholds.
It's this massive fleet of aircraft carriers, destroyers, fast battleships, backed by this long logistics train of supply ships, oilers, hospital ships, you name it. This thing was lethality and industrialization personified.
The flotilla targets Saipan, one of the Mariana Islands. Its airfields can become the launch pad for a sustained aerial bombardment of Japan. Emperor Hirohito demands his 32,000 troops stationed there to defend at all costs.
For the Japanese, defeat was not an option, retreat was not an option. If it meant losing everything and everyone, they would do it in pursuit of victory.
June 1944, 8,000 U.S. Marines hit the beaches under intense Japanese fire.
For the Marines, it was a nightmare. At the end of the day, Japanese have one job, which is to inflict heavy casualties on the people attacking them. If you're in the front line, you're going to be one of those casualties.
Facing fanatical resistance, a further 80,000 troops land, all dependent on naval support. But what U.S. Commander Admiral Spruance cannot see are 55 Japanese ships rapidly approaching.
For the Japanese, this really was going to be their last shot. They had to have success here in this particular battle. They were not going to be able to ever field this kind of force again.
Responding to danger, Spruance splits his force, dispatching 1/2 to engage the Japanese fleet. As the two forces clash, U.S. technological superiority dominates, most notably 480 newly developed Hellcats.
The Hellcat's just an incredible weapon. It's fast. It can take hits and still keep going on. It's well armored. And on top of that, it's now flown by elite pilots.
The Japanese had lost most of their well-trained pilots in other battles. They couldn't replace them. They didn't have the fuel to train. Their aircraft weren't as good.
And that's what really creates the turkey shoot of the Battle of the Philippine Sea.
Over the next 8 hours, 429 Japanese planes are destroyed, compared to 29 American, a kill ratio of 15-to-1.
The scale of the slaughter between the American pilots and the Japanese is significant enough where after the Battle of Marianas, the Japanese aircraft carrier force is no longer a factor.